Kelly from Moonbean Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your Pisces Mid March 2020 general read. So for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, welcome back. I truly appreciate all your likes, your shares, your comments, and subscribes. And for those of you who are new to my channel, do stick around for a brief little intro before we get started. So I am an intuitive reader. My messages are timeless and they're not date specific. So please do have a look at the title to see if it resonates with you. Chances are if it does, then there are going to be some messages found there within that video. Not all messages are going to resonate, so please just take what does and leave the rest behind. Okay? I do want to apologize for this video coming out late amidst this whole COVID-19 virus scenario that's happening globally. I have gone from working part-time to now full-time hours, so it's been exhausting, and I need to make sure that I'm taking care of my mental health as well as my physical health, right? So I've been coming home and really just unwinding and eating and spending time with the family, resting before going to bed. So I haven't really been able to get a chance to get these readings done, right? Also, the reading, I need to be in a state of mind where I feel refreshed and I feel good, right? I don't want to be doing it when I'm exhausted, because really I'm not going to be able to provide a proper reading. My health and, mental stability will hinder any type of message that comes out, right? So that's kind of been the situation. So again, I apologize for these readings coming out a bit late. Okay, I do want to also mention, have a look at your moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs as well, okay? Some months those planetary placements are going to resonate better for you than just your sun sign. Okay, cross watchers as well as Pisces, have a look at your 7th house. So that would be Virgo. Check those videos out as well for any further messages, okay? Before we get into the reading, I do a pre-meditation shuffle off camera that I kind of want to go over with you. Okay, so your first card for mid-March, Pisces, was the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So what that talks about is, I feel like you've been ignoring your inner wisdom at some point, or you're suppressing your spiritual side, okay? And again, this could definitely be you, Pisces, or cross-watcher, okay? Whoever's watching this. So again, take it how it resonates. You feel like you are becoming more materialistic and focused on money right now, versus just, versus taking the time to really focus on your spiritual side, okay? You do need a balance, Pisces, so do keep that in mind going forward, okay? So maybe having some time, some quality time to yourself to really unwind can help, meditate, whatever it is you need to do, right? Maybe take some cleansing baths, to really center yourself. Maybe you're also, amidst all of this, you've been busy, right? You could be working full time as well, right? So do keep that in mind. Take care of yourself. All right, so the second card to come out for you, Pisces, was the 3 of Swords in the reverse, okay? So what I'm kind of sensing for you is you're kind of trying to overcome some unhappiness or some sadness, whatever it is that has kind of made you feel. And for some of you, that's some heartache, okay? It's, for me as a reader, like, I do see the 3 of Swords in the reverse being an optimistic type card. It's healing, right? You're letting go of whatever it was that was hurting you, right? And again, we're all kind of going through different things. So for you, whatever that looks like, right? It's just overcoming grief or releasing pain, right, that you may have. For some of you, I feel like you at some point were holding on to some grief or some negative emotions. And this could be in regards to a relationship, right? And it's relationship of all kinds, romantic, friendship, whatever it is for you, okay? I think we're starting to let go of that, hopefully, right? Holding on to those negative emotions doesn't benefit anyone, right? It's that whole like negative, you know, whatever it is that you think about happens. So if you're always in a negative state of mind, that's kind of how life is going to hit you. Okay, so I'm glad to see that we're kind of letting go of that. So the third card to come out for you, again, was another reversal. It was I believe it was the King of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, you could be connecting with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly. For others of you, this is your 7th house, okay, that being a Virgo. Okay, King of Pentacles in the reverse is you losing grip on things. Okay, I feel like you are under a lot of stress in terms, and I feel like it has to do with work. So if you weren't busy before, you're definitely busy now. You almost feel overwhelmed, and it's starting to affect your mood. I feel like there are things that you had, like goals that you've had, that you're not able to see through to the end, and it's causing you frustration. Okay. Generally, the King of Pentacles is someone who is ungrounded. Okay. Again, it's masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy, but that's kind of what I'm sensing. If the masculine energy here is definitely feeling ungrounded at the moment, feeling like they're very unsuccessful. Maybe you are busy as hell at work, but yet you feel like it's getting you nowhere. Okay. All right. So before we get into it, I have pre-shuffled all my decks, and I'm going to go with the Zombie Tarot to start. Okay. I'm just going to shuffle a bit on camera. Okay. Divine Mother, Divine Fathers, guides and ancestors, universe. Please allow me to connect to the collective of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March 2020. Please allow messages to come in clearly and for the greater good. The collective of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid-March 2020. What messages we have for you, Pisces. So I'm going to start with the top of the deck. This is your strongest energy for the read. Okay, this is your current energy or your recent past, your most recent past. So it can be anywhere from the last 3 days to 3 weeks, 3 months, right? Even a year. You have the Sun, could be connecting with a Leo, possibly, or this is your energy. Okay, or the person you cross-watch or somebody that you're connecting with. But this is the energy. I like to see the Sun in a reading. It tells me things are going to be okay, right? In the midst of a zombie apocalypse, this is a great card to see, right? Like, this symbolizes help coming, right? Assurance that we're going to be safe now, right? The sun's coming up, right? The darkness is passing, right? Help to the rescue kind of thing. Maybe that's what you're kind of doing right now. Maybe you're the one in the helicopter Pisces, okay? That's kind of what I'm sensing. Maybe you're in a position right now, like even for work during all this craziness that's happening in the world. Like I feel like maybe you're the one who's sticking your neck out there and making sure that, you know, people are being supported, okay? Maybe you're on the front lines. You're sacrificing your own stability, right, and your own safety. The next card to come out was Death, okay? Could be connecting with a Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart as well. Death for me as a reader is a good thing. I like to see it. It just means changes, right? It could mean endings, but it also means rebirth, right? Letting go and moving on. For me, it's a transformation, right? From going from human to zombie here. That's a transformation, right? Having to transform. It's kind of interesting to see. I'm just reading this card. I've never actually I have it, not completely. Some of the stuff that it says here. If a person is bitten, the bite should immediately be reported to the health department as soon as possible. The person cannot be confined and observed. The person bitten should be destroyed unless the circumstances of the bite were such as to remove all suspicion that they might be infected. Wow, it's kind of symbolic of what's going on, aside from a bite from a zombie. But like, if we're talking about someone being ill currently, right? I feel like for some of you, maybe you do work in either with public health, maybe you're on the front lines working and helping others, right? And just having to check your own vitals. Like maybe you're having to check your temperature daily. Maybe you're having to monitor your own health in order to be able to provide services for others. It doesn't mean that you're a doctor or a nurse. You could be working with some sort of essential service. Maybe you're working at a grocery store. Maybe you, like even maybe you're a pharmacist. Maybe whatever it is that you're doing, you are providing an essential service to others. And I feel like that's also transforming you in a way, okay? It's helping you, like, I feel like the old you is gone. That person, and again, it's take it however you want to take it, but don't look at it as a negative thing, right? Look at it as a moment of growth to see what you're really capable of, okay? And put like how strong you truly are. Not everybody is able to deal with these things, right? Not everybody's able to, and I mean, I think it's really important that when you do get home, you get some rest, right? Recuperation. And any other messages for Pisces? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so this could be you, how you're feeling, Pisces, or this is someone you are connecting with, okay? The Knight of Cups in the reverse is someone who's feeling a bit moody, okay? Throwing a few tantrums around and not emotionally stable at the moment, okay? Maybe stressed out. And I feel like this could be you right now, currently. Maybe you're stressed out that you're having to do so much. And maybe people around you are stuck at home, right? Like, I know it's really hard, like, to see, like, everyone posting online on social media, like, oh, their boredom and how they're going from their couch to their living room and whatever. Like, I know they're practicing social distancing and self-isolation, and that's what's needed. But for those of us who are out there working, risking, you know, our own sanity and stability, to get out there to provide these services for people and then to get shit on from others, it's hard. Like, I mean, even myself having to deal with listening to people complain about menial things, like things that don't mean nothing, right? Like trivial things, like it can be daunting, okay? So hang in there, Pisces. I totally feel your pain, okay? Like, you're my 7th house. I'm a Virgo, so I totally can sympathize here. I also kind of feel like there is a situation that you're avoiding, and this could be, with water being there, it could be an emotional situation, okay? Maybe it's in regard to a connection that you have with someone. Maybe there's a certain conversation. Maybe you're stressed out because your significant other may be having to be home and you're the one working. Well, maybe these conversations need to be had. Maybe it's about time that you sit down. And no one's saying have a fight, but just, voice your feelings, your concerns, whatever it is that you're going through. Okay, like, people are not mind readers. You need to be able to talk to people and let them know what's really going on emotionally, right? Any other? Oh, it's a lot. Okay. Any other messages for Pisces for mid-March? We have the Lovers. Okay, so this is whoever you're connecting with here. This is a deep partnership, okay? And it also talks about, this is someone who, when you are together, right, this is a connect, like a serious, like, this is passion. Like, you are physically attracted to each other. I just can't help but notice the moon, the full moon there, right? Moon tends to, for me as a reader, talk about fears, right? And maybe it is this fear of maybe you're scared to have these conversations with this person, but I feel like, when you are together romantically, like she has his heart. Like, if you look, she's got his heart. That's a dangerous thing, okay? I feel like somebody here has given themselves wholeheartedly to this other person. It can be dangerous, right, if you're giving it to the wrong person. All right, the Lovers tends to be, with this deck, I feel like the Lovers is more of the Two of Cups versus the actual Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, I feel like, is the Lovers in this deck. But this is a passionate connection. Just be careful that it doesn't, because, I mean, when you argue, it can be passionate as well, right? So just keep that in mind, right? How you approach a situation. Okay. Any other messages for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for mid... Oh, gosh, that's a lot. Okay. Any other messages for Pisces for mid-March? Justice. Could be connecting with a Libra for some of you. And I did Libra just before... yeah, that was the last reading I did. I got a lot of Pisces connection there. So there could be, maybe there's some messages found there. So I don't know. Maybe check out the Libra reading. I feel when I see this card, it's just, yes, it has to do with, possibly for some of you, you could be involved with a court situation. Not everyone. For me, when I look at this card, normally that's what I see, just because, he's dressed like, he's got the judge wig, and then there's yeah, but I'm just noticing the head over heart, the head and heart being weighed Okay, and I feel like for some of you, that's something that's been on your mind. You're trying to weigh your thoughts over your feelings. Life isn't easy like that. You can't, there's no, like if you were to actually like look at the weights, like, okay, if you're actually to weigh those two organs, like definitely your brain is going to weigh more than your heart, which means what? That you do need to think logically versus your heart for a lot of things, right? And it's hard for you, Pisces. You are a water sign, and Pisces, I find out of all the water signs, you tend to be a bit more emotional. It's not a bad thing. I feel like Pisces are very loving and caring, right? They literally wear their heart on their sleeve. Literally, like they, right? And again, Pisces being my 7th house, how I respond in a relationship, I'm very emotional. Like if I, I can, if I get into an argument, I can become very emotional, not like loud or crazy or what. It's just, I can't stop myself. I will cry. It happens. Whereas Pisces, your 7th house is Virgo. You tend to be a bit more logical when when you are upset. You will, like, yes, you are governed by emotions because you are a water sign, but it's like your brain just snaps in, like, and it's like you think things through. You actually will sit down and think about things. Whereas normally you're a very emotional person in general. Like you're very creative. You're very, you follow your emotions, and how you feel is even in regards to how you dress. You dress how you feel, right? All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, overall message, 7 of Swords. Ooh. Right, so I feel, oh gosh, okay, so there's some betrayal here. Somebody is not being honest. And again, it's going to be different for all of you, right? Not everybody's going through the same things. So for some of you, this could be in regards to a divorce, an affair. For others of you, this is theft or betrayal, right? This could be in regards to a relationship with this person, or, okay, it can be even in the workplace, right? Theft maybe, right? Dishonesty doesn't have to mean cheating. It just could mean that you're, again, keeping secrets, right? Keeping your emotions to yourself and not telling this person. But again, for others of you, it may be divorce, given that the Justice card is here. Okay, so if that might be what you're going through currently. For some of you, but it's in the upright, right? So Justice in the upright is a win-win for me, okay? It's not, right, it's not in the reverse, so I don't feel like this isn't, like you're not winning or you're not gaining something from it. Like I do feel like you're gaining something from this. We've got Justice, we've got the Sun, right? So again, it's how you look at things, right? Not always will a card mean the negative. All right, let's look at, I'm going to use the Santa Muerte deck to clarify for you, Pisces. All right, let's see what we have here. Can I have some clarification on the Sun? 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups has to do with nostalgia, right? It could be reunions. Given the fact that we're being asked to social distance, It doesn't necessarily mean get-togethers, right? In that way, but it could just be, this could be in regards to, it's even for some of you, this is like your past life connection, right? Or like, for me anyway. The sun is also has to do with enlightenment. So maybe you are connecting with someone from a past life. It could be a soulmate. Okay, soulmates are not always romantic, right? Soulmate could be a family member, it could be a friend, right? Someone who is in your life, right, for a purpose. Okay, you could be connecting with them. And I feel like there's drinks involved. Like, if so maybe you could be having a small get-together, even though you're not, you really shouldn't be socializing, but I feel like, and this could be a very small intimate group, right? Just you and a friend getting together and maybe just talking. There's a lot of, like, even though it's drinks, I feel like it's a lot of water being spilled, so there is a lot of emotions being discussed even. Okay, let's look at the death card. Have some clarification on death, please. Okay, so I have the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Okay. I kind of sense that with the 10 of Swords there, for some of you, with this death, big changes, okay? Big changes within your life right now, or it could be within the relationship. 10 of Swords has to do with an ending, okay? Death is also endings. It's painful. With the Knight of Wands here, Knight of Wands is a very lusty, passionate energy, but it's moving away from this 10 of Swords. So either there could be you could be connecting with a fire sign, or someone you're connected with is connecting with a fire sign. Someone definitely is moving away from this heartache, or whatever it is this ending, okay? Tens are endings regardless, right? So some is getting their mojo too. So for others of you, this is what I'm sensing. For some of you, maybe some rest is needed here in order to help this relationship. Again, the Lovers is here, so I do feel like you definitely have strong connection with someone. Okay? And with the Knight of Wands, like, there is passion there. There is, and look, like, he's definitely holding, like, a freaking wand there. So this is someone who's definitely attracted physically to someone. And again, this could be you or vice versa, right? So take it how it resonates. I kind of want to look at this Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Emperor. Be connecting with an Aries, or this is a father figure, possibly. I honestly think, though, that there could be a situation here where someone's not confronting this Emperor. Someone's keeping quiet about their feelings and how they're stressed out. Okay? Maybe it has to do with this Emperor that they're connecting with. Okay? I feel like the Emperor is your significant other for some of you here. Okay. I feel like this is someone who is more of a strategic like planner. This is somebody who is very focused or driven or good with money. But when I say good with money, I don't really mean like, oh, like if you look like this is a business person. This person's good with money. But, I mean, look, he's also holding a freaking machine gun. So, I mean, that's a scary dude. You don't want to piss him off. Okay? Again, don't get hung up on the gender. You be involved with a scary woman, right? Who's you don't want to piss off. Like this is someone protecting their freaking treasure chest there, right? Coins. Protecting their coins. Okay, if it was in the reverse, I'd be like, yo, this person's up to some illegal activities. But I'm not sensing that. I just sense that there could be a lot of arguing here in regards to money. Money and, like, feelings are not being revealed. Like, you're not being 100% honest. For some of you, there could be, again, like I was saying, like with that Seven of Swords, okay, and this Knight of Wands, somebody could be stepping out in a relationship, okay, in some way. There is some deceit happening, whether it's you're being cheated on or you're the one cheating on someone. You can just be lying about like your whereabouts. It could be even lying about money even, right? We did, that talks about theft or whatever, or there is, but again, with justice being here, like I feel like you're going to find out. And I feel like for others of you, maybe this is in regards to work. You're going to finally get the money that has been owed to you. I have some clarification on the Lovers for Pisces for mid-March, please. Six of Swords. Okay, it's a travel card. Moving forward, moving, traveling, relocating. Could be a transition. Transition within this relationship. Maybe you're moving towards this person. Okay, if you're not currently with this lover, okay, the lover could be, for some of you, generally it's a divine connection, but again, I don't, like this is a strong, powerful connection. Maybe you're not currently with this person. You could be with someone else, maybe that Emperor, right? And I feel like the Six of Swords has to do with a necessary transition that may have to occur here. The Lover, again, everyone likes to think it's like romantic, and it could be, very well be a romantic relationship coming in here. But this could also be a transition within your relationship. Maybe you're having to move forward, take the next step with this person. Right? Maybe that's the other thing. Maybe you want a commitment, like you want a marriage, right? Could be it. Maybe you're having a court wedding, like a, what do they call it? Like a legal wedding rather than just the ceremony, right? If you can even do it at this time, who knows? I have some clarification on justice. King of Swords. Okay, more air. So justice is Libra. King of Swords, again, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, right? I want to say more so Aquarius or Libra. Right, with the Lovers, that's Gemini. So there's a lot of air here. We've got Six of Swords, King of Swords, the Lovers, Justice, Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords. There's a lot of reason and a lot of communication. There could be someone's lacking in communication here with that Knight in the reverse. Okay, Seven of Swords, we have things being hidden, deceit. Okay, King of Swords has to do with someone who is, this is someone who is very intellectual and clear thinking. And maybe that's one of you in the relationship. Maybe you're more of that level-headed person. Like you're able to, or it could be the other person. Again, once you're able to open up about your emotions and really talk to the person, like sit down, like, and have a, you know, a logical conversation. Or it's hard when it has to do, you know, in a relationship. Like it can be difficult, like especially again, like if I'm saying somebody feels like they're being doing all the work here. That's kind of what I'm sensing. There's movement though. There is movement forward. I'm seeing a helicopter, the horse, the boat, a surfboard. So I do see movement forward happening. All right, can I have some clarification on the Seven of Swords for Pisces? Yeah, I get the Ace of Swords. So somebody, this is conflict. Seven of Swords. Somebody is definitely going to confront someone here. Okay? You could also be gaining mental clarity on a specific situation, right? On some dishonest behavior. Again, if somebody's been lying to you, you're definitely going to find out about it. Whatever it is that they've, yeah, you're going to find out. All right, let's pull some bromance angels. Okay, can I have some love advice for Pisces for mid? Okay, any other messages for Pisces for mid-March 2020? All right. It's actually... for some of you too, it could just be that once you have this talk with someone, you'll see that like, okay, maybe they weren't being dishonest or deceitful. It's just maybe they were being dishonest with their feelings. Like once they tell you exactly how they're feeling, like you can actually start to, you know, figure things out and be able to clearly, you know, move forward, right? It's that King of Swords with the Ace of Swords, right? This is someone who is definitely gain some, okay, this is like new ideas, right? This is somebody who, okay, like now that I know what's going on, we can plan and move forward, okay? For others of you, I feel like you have a new job. Maybe it feels that way. Like I feel like you've been kind of thrown into something else, and that's kind of what I'm sensing with the Seven of Swords. I'm just looking at it like this person's literally kicking this person down the stairs. Like, here, get down there and do your work, right? And maybe that in the midst of all this COVID-19 thing, whatever, at work, it's like they're basically throwing you into a new department or whatever in order for things to function, you know? All All right, so in regards to the romance angels, I have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, right? Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe that's the conversation you need to have. Go talk to your friends, right? Sometimes it's better to let those emotions out rather than keep them bottled inside, right? Sometimes, again, real friends are going to support you, are going to be that, that shoulder, or listen to what you have to say. They're also going to let you know that maybe you should be having this conversation with your significant other. Okay. They may even, again, they'll support you, right? They're not going to just be yes men, but they'll at least, a real friend's going to tell you when you're being an idiot, okay? When you're not being rational. Help calm you down that way. Okay, the next card to come out was trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, maybe, again, I feel like you've been overworked, you're very overwhelmed possibly, and it's causing you to maybe become this Knight of Cups in the reverse, right? Very moody and acting childish right now. I'm very unstable in regards to your emotions. Okay, just trust that things are going to work out. You just need to, there's a lot of communication, a lot of air here. So I think communication is key in order for you to move forward. All right, I'm going to get out the Dream of Gaia Tarot and see what other additional messages we have for you, Pisces. Okay, when I pull out this card, this deck, this is going to be strictly for whoever's watching. So if that's you, Pisces, great. Or, this could be for you, cross-watcher, okay? This is not going to be regarding the other person. Strictly for whoever is watching. Any other messages for Pisces for mid-March? Oh boy, not surprised. Okay. First card out. 9 of Air in the reverse. So normally I like to see it in the upright. It's different from the 9 of Swords, right? 9 of Swords is about nightmares, right? And grief, anxiety, whatever. 9 of Air in the reverse is that for me. I feel like you need to connect more with your spiritual side. And I think I mentioned that in your pre-shuffle, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I mentioned that in the pre-shuffle in regards to the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I feel like you're neglecting that. I feel like you are and this, again, past position. So it could be your recent past, but I do feel like you need to connect more with the universe, with your guides, your spirituality. Okay, maybe in your mind you believe that you are doing that, but I think this is a little deeper than that. It also, as a reader for me, when I see this card, I feel like if you look at their hands, these are healing hands. But this card's in the reverse. So I feel like you have gifts that you were not using in the past. Okay, there are gifts that you have. Spiritual gifts, healing hands. I feel like this is an angel. There's wings there. So I feel like you could connect with the angels and your guides, but you may have had an issue or had difficulties doing it in the past. Okay, I feel like something was blocking it, information. I feel like you need to do a bit more work on yourself, spiritually and mentally. With the Sword being there, again, it's communicating right? You weren't communicating in the past with your guides, weren't receiving the information. I love to see this card in the upright, but in the reverse, it saddens me because I feel like you even in regards to yourself, like I feel like there wasn't that self-love, right? In order to be able to do this, you need to heal yourself, okay? Your present position here is emotions in the reverse. I'm not surprised. This whole reading, like someone is emotionally unbalanced right now. So, and that's exactly what I'm seeing. The light and the dark is not balanced. Okay, we all have light and dark energy, right? It's truly knowing who you are is embracing the light and the dark. No one is just good and no one is just bad. You are a mix of both. Okay, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But it's like knowing that that's the reality, right? And we've got a butterfly here. So there is a transformation that is happening. I feel like currently you are going through some sort of evolution here. You are seeing that you are repressing these emotions. Okay, this card also talks about that, exactly, repressing those emotions. So there is something that's bothering you, that's right. You see he's literally crying over there, down here. I feel it's like you have this sadness or this even anger, right? But you're keeping it hidden, like you're not being straightforward with yourself even. And that's the most important thing. Like, yes, you're going to have to have this conversation with whomever you're with, but I feel like you need to do that first with yourself. You need to heal yourself. There's still some past issues that were never dealt with, and that's kind of coming out now. In the future position, we have death and rebirth. Again, death appeared, right? But again, look, there's a little baby in that egg, in that cosmic egg, right? And death isn't always a bad thing, right? I feel like this is a cycle you have to go through, right? It's just a cycle, right? There's a beginning, there's endings, right? An ending, then a beginning, and it's just a constant circle, right? So, but I do sense that this is a rebirth for you. If you're able to, balance these emotions and really stop repressing them. Because again, when you start to repress your emotions and how you feel, it starts to manifest in other ways. It can manifest through your health, right? You don't want to start doing that. It's important to get things out in a positive way. You need outlets, and it may be hard for you, but I mean, look for something. Look for something to do that will help, ground you and stabilize you so that you're able to transform until, become this new person that you're supposed to be. All right, Pisces, that has been your reading for mid-March. If you've liked my video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it around. And do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Do hit the notification bell as well. It'll notify you the next time I upload a video. So I will be uploading the... what was it? Oh, yes. I was going to upload the rune weekend spread for elements next week. Hopefully by Friday it should be up. So do look forward to that. And I will start recording my monthlies for April. I'm going to continue doing the runes at the end of the monthlies. I really feel that it kind of ties everything in together and anchors the messages really rather well. Like I honestly think that. So I'm going to continue doing it just because, you know, it works. So we'll keep doing it for now. But yeah, again, I apologize for these readings coming out a bit late, but again, I need to make sure that I'm healthy, right? And that I'm able to provide services, whether it's these readings or whether it's with me being at work in order to, you know, help better serve the community. Okay, well, we're all going through this, right? So bear with me because, again, monthlies, I'm hoping to get ahead, but who knows, right? It all depends on how things go in the next little while. But again, do check out your Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements as well. Have a look at your 7th house, okay? So that would be Virgo. Check out Virgo's reading. Virgo's read was very similar. I'm not gonna lie. Virgo, and again, if it's your 7th house, so I believe it's you taking on a lot. So if you feel that you are stressed out, have a look at that video. There are some additional messages for sure. So do check that out. All right. Again, please do stay safe. If you can self-isolate, please do that and practice social distancing. If you absolutely can't because of where you're working, just try to, you know, stay safe. You know, wash your hands, man. Like, I can't stress this enough. Use gloves if you have to, or if you can. The gloves really do help. I mean, keep your hands out of your mouth and your face, okay? That's also a good thing. And just be smart, man. Like, if you're not feeling well, don't go to work. Don't leave the house, right? Do monitor yourself, right? Be straightforward and honest with yourself and people, okay, around you. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Try to get some rest, recuperation, okay? Many blessings.